Okay, this is a kind of I recut into an old post that I did on the Chilean miner story. For some reason, and I've got a real good idea, but for some reason this story just refuses to die. They extricate these guys. They give them gobs of money. They send them all over the world. They go to the White House. They do all of this stuff. They go to Graceland where Elvis lived. Now they're being honored in Walt Disney World. I'm kind of at a loss for words. They came out of a dirt hole. They didn't do anything heroic. They got caved in on. Well, that's the story they want you to believe. These men are actually dead. These men have been trapped down there for a lot longer than 69 days. If you go read in the book of Acts, it talks about a place called Tartarus. Tartarus is a place that in the end times, some of these things, whatever they are, will be released. And in the Greek, it says that the only way to get them out is through a shaft. Okay? And speaking of shaft, that's what we are getting. We're getting the shaft. We are being set up for a major fall here. And people have no idea how big this is. Alex Jones and the rest of these scumbags are all in on it. I mean, just to get off the topic for a second, whenever you watch anything with Alex Jones, always watch the monitors behind him. Because that's where you're going to see the real story. See, what he's doing is he's an agent of sorts where he takes information that's legitimate, he gives it out to you, but there are people that are watching his monitors from the back. Or not from the back, but in behind him. And if you watch, I gave you some examples on this video that's coming up, where one says seize BP, but they took the BP logo and they turned it into the planet Saturn. Because basically what we're working to is the return to the golden age of Saturn, which means they want to take it back to the beginning, or it's going to go back to the beginning and you're not invited. But the word, when it says seize BP, that's not saying you grab BP, that's them saying BP needs to seize you. Okay, so we'll just leave that as that, but it's back to these guys. This is why they're being shown all over the world continually, over and over and over again, because, for lack of a better way of explaining it, they're being put out into the public for your consumption and your approval. And without anybody catching it, well, then the plan is going perfect. And this is starting to happen more and more and more. The dead are rising. So, don't be too surprised if you don't start seeing more and more of this stuff going on. Watch the video. It'll make sense. That whole extrication is so occultic you can't believe it. I took some stuff from NBC and tried to make a video and they blocked it. But I'll give you an example. The one guy said, I saw myself, I was dead. Two other guys said, something's right. Something's wrong, we don't feel right. Something's missing. Yeah, it's called the soul, because you're dead. Then they asked the one guy of the 33, interesting, 33 is written 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 is 3 squared, which that is the representation of the planet Saturn. They asked him if he could pick his face out amongst the 33. I don't care how long you've been asleep. You remember what the fuck you look like. Excuse my language again. I know I shouldn't use that word, but you know what you look like. You don't need somebody to tell you, do you remember what you look like? Gee whiz, do I have 5 fingers or 8, 9, 10 toes? What? The question is ridiculous. If you go and you go look at the original NBC video, you'll see them questioning these guys because they're not human anymore. I'm not sure that they ever were, but the bottom line is that they're reanimated, they're out of the hole, and they're big celebrities, and it's just a matter of time, because I can see this coming, where all of a sudden they're going to start doing exposés on these guys about how the spirits came to come and comfort them and give them hope. And then they're going to use that, and they're going to use that agenda to get people to start thinking a different way, because these spirits came and spoke to them and showed them the truth and the light. And trust me, when that happens, know you're being set up. Know you're being set up. This shit is as wicked as it's going to get for right now. Just keep your eyes open.
Tonight, we hope that you and your families will enjoy the magic of this place. We are so honored to be a part of the next chapter in the story that really inspired all of us across the world. And we want to give the Chilean miners, the rescue workers, and their families a hero's welcome, and to provide for them a wonderful family vacation full of memories that they'll cherish for the rest of their lives.